You are watching the broadcast of the El Paso County Commissioners Court meetings. Commissioners Court meetings are held every Monday at 9:30 a.m. on the third floor of the El Paso County Courthouse, located at 500 East San Antonio in downtown El Paso. These meetings are open to the public. The meeting will start momentarily.
In observance of the Thanksgiving Day holidays, all county offices will be closed on Thursday, November the 23rd, and Friday, November the 24th. All offices will reopen on Monday, November the 27th.
Commissioner Andrew Haggerty would like to invite you to his weekly breakfast meeting that takes place every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. at Danny's Diner, located at 4690 Trans Mountain Road. Every week he has a different speaker who will be discussing topics of interest for the community. So if you live in the Northeast, West Side, or anywhere else in the county, come and join us for the breakfast meeting.
You can now watch Commissioners Court meetings on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and search for El Paso County Commissioners or El Paso County, Texas. Subscribe to our channels to see our latest videos.
Don't wait in line, pay online. Visit the Financial Recovery Division website at http://www.epcounty.com/budget/financialrecovery.htm to make your payments online or find out more about our kiosk locations. We now accept payments on misdemeanor, felony, and justice of the peace cases. Did you know the County of El Paso's Purchasing Department is responsible for ensuring that all items and services needed by various county departments are purchased in the manner required by the state of Texas? Whether through formal sealed bids or smaller dollar quotations, the county purchasing team is dedicated to finding the best contracting return on your taxpayer dollars. Additionally, the purchasing department is responsible for the tracking of inventory within the county and properly disposing surplus to public auctions. For questions about how to become a vendor and compete for county contracts, or to learn more about public auctions, please contact us at telephone number 915-546-2048.
Did you know that you can save money on the cost of your medications? And doing so is easy. In 2015, the County of El Paso launched the Prescription Discount Card program from coast to coast. The cards are available to all El Paso County residents free of charge and everyone qualifies. You can pick up a card at any county office location, Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, or Target pharmacies, or simply print the card at www.coastrx.com. Happy savings!
The 346 District Court Judge Angie Juarez Barriz started the El Paso Veterans Treatment Court program in 2012 for veterans and active service members that have been arrested and charged with a felony or misdemeanor criminal offense. To be considered for the specialty court, the statutory criteria includes be a veteran or current member of the United States Armed Forces, including a member of the Reserves, National Guard, or State Guard, and suffer from a brain injury, mental illness, or mental disorder, including PTSD, or be a victim of military sexual trauma, all occurring or resulting from military service. Call Sylvia Serna, Veterans Program Director at 915-546-2119, or email her at sserna@epcounty.com for any information.
Did you know that the County of El Paso's fixed asset control and inventory disposal is handled through the purchasing department? Throughout the course of each business year, the county holds live public auctions to dispose of aged equipment, vehicles, furniture, and other items that are no longer needed. To find out about upcoming auctions or to learn more about the county's inventory disposal process, contact the purchasing department at telephone number 915-546-2048.
You are watching the broadcast of the El Paso County Commissioners Court meetings. Commissioners Court meetings are held every Monday at 9:30 a.m. on the third floor of the El Paso County Courthouse, located at 500 East San Antonio in downtown El Paso. These meetings are open to the public. The meeting will start momentarily.
Today is Monday, November 13th, 2017. Commissioners Court is meeting in regular session. Will you please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. The call for consent is the first item. The consent agenda is composed of items 3A through 3J. The County Attorney's Office, Christina Sanchez, has requested a correction to item 3C, please. As corrected, the item will read, approve amendment to Title 4E County Legal Services Contract with the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services related to Child Protective Services to provide partial reimbursement from the state for CPS legal services. Contract amount has been changed for reimbursement from $290,420.80 to $307,470.57. Approve and authorize the county judge to sign the revised budget agreement. Funding is available in account GFCHLD Protect XFER out GRNT Match MTCH. Contract number 2017-0548. Are there any other items that members of the court or the public would like to consider separately, please?
Commissioners, any items you'd like pulled for consideration? Okay. No. Move to approve.
Second?
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge Vogt.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolutions, item 4. Item 4A, approve and adopt a resolution designating November 2017 as Texas Veterans Appreciation Month in El Paso, Texas.
Good morning. Thank you, Pat, Commissioners, Judge. I am very honored and really proud to be able to read this into the record. And I know we have one or two veterans. If you don't mind stepping up to the podium, I'll read the resolution and we'll take a vote on it. Then you're welcome to say whatever you'd like to share with us this morning. But thank you for being here.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Whereas the men and women of El Paso, Texas have distinguished themselves by proudly defending the United States of America by serving in the United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. And whereas in World War I, they fought in battles known as the Battle of Belleau Wood, Battle of Hamel, the Second Battle of the Marne, and served in units known as the Lost Battalion. And whereas in World War II, they were called to duty after the attack on Pearl Harbor and fought in Europe and Pacific. They participated in the largest amphibious landing ever known at the invasion of Normandy, commonly known as D-Day, on June 6, 1944. Whereas they fought in battles known as the Battle of Kasserine Pass, the Battle of Aachen, the Battle of the Bulge, and after the victory in Europe was declared, they continued in the Pacific in battles known as the Battle of Wake Island, the Battle of Bataan, and the Battle of Midway. And whereas they fought in the rice paddies of Korea in battles known as the Battle of Bloody Ridge, the Battle of Heartbreak Ridge, and the Battle of Porkchop Hill. And in the rice paddies of Vietnam in battles known as the Battle of Da Rang, Battle of Hamburger Hill, and the Tet Offensive. And whereas they fought in the Gulf War in battle places known as the Battle of 73 Easting, the Battle of Medina Ridge, and the Battle of Face Line Bullet. And whereas they continued to defend our great nation in faraway lands as Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea, and Europe. Now therefore be it resolved by the El Paso County Judge and Commissioners Court that their service and sacrifices are honored and appreciated by declaring November 2017 as Texas Veterans Appreciation Day. Signed this 13th day of November 2017 by the honorable members of Commissioners Court.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout? Aye. Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge Vogt?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Good morning.
County Commissioners, Judge, I am on the County Veterans Advisory Committee, and I will certainly accept the resolution on behalf of all the veterans in El Paso County, from Vinton, Westway, Cañutillo, El Paso, Montana Vista, Sparks Edition, Horizon City, Clint, San Elizario, Fabens, and Tornillo. We thank you very much for your appreciation. We know we get recognized once a year. What we do not do well is we do not recognize you as elected leaders and appointed leaders for our community. Now, Commissioner Stout, you already have one of these, unfortunately, sorry. But I'm going to present you with a star. And I'm going to read this citation here. The star taken from an American flag that has been retired and taken out of service was flown over the home of an El Paso Korean War veteran and is presented to you for your service to our veterans and our community. And we thank you for your service as well.
Thank you. Judge, commissioners, you look like that guy from Star Trek. The engineer guy, the guy's getting the, I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that.
I didn't get to hear that, sorry.
You look like the guy from Star Trek Discovery. The engineers get on.
I don't know who that is, but I...
Well, you need to watch it. It'd be almost like looking in a mirror. Anyway, I'm sorry. Judge, commissioners, I want to thank y'all for the support that y'all have given us. Commissioner Leon with a lot of support and patience with me. Commissioner Perez, it was great to see you at the San Elizario event, Veterans event this weekend. Commissioner Starr at the 82nd Airborne. And we're successful because you give us support. And we do appreciate that you take time to support us and thank us and be there for us. So y'all deserve a good hand for yourselves too. We do appreciate it. But let me say this, thank you. We wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for men and women like y'all and the sacrifices that you gave our great nation. So a round of applause, and we just can't thank you enough. You can go this way. We'll do it again. Never hurts.
Who that was. And I think prior to you all leaving, I wanted to thank you for all that you've done for the county, but for our veteran community. I know that we are moving forward and doing whatever we can as a county, and I'm sure we can do more. But thank you, and thank you for this generous gift of the star. I couldn't help but get a little choked up as you read the inscription in the back of that. I have family members that have served in the military, and there's just nothing we can do to thank you for the sacrifice that you have taken on behalf of our country to allow all of us to have the freedoms that we enjoy and need to continue fighting for. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Commissioners, did you all want to say anything else? I think Betsy had a few words.
Commissioners, I just wanted to thank you all for this resolution. Last week in our office, don't walk out, Hopeton Staple. Last week in our office, we took a moment to appreciate the veterans in our office, and I'm very, very proud of Hopeton Staple. He is, of course, our county's fleet director, but during our Veterans Appreciation Luncheon last week, he actually gave us a slideshow and went through his career in the military for us. It gave all of us a really great perspective on the sacrifices our military veterans make for us. And I just wanted to take a moment and recognize Mr. Staple.
Excellent. Thank you.
Item 4B, approve and adopt a resolution recognizing the month of November 2017 as National Adoption Month in El Paso County, Texas.
Thank you, Pat. Judge, commissioners, it gives me a tremendous amount of pride and honor to be able to read this into the record. And if you don't mind, I will read it into the record. We'll vote, and hopefully you'll say a few words. Whereas the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services currently has foster children in the El Paso area who are legally free for adoption and awaiting a forever family. And whereas the children in our community are precious to each of us and represent our greatest hope for the future. And whereas we strive as a community to find nurturing, safe, and stable environments for all children so that they can grow up to enjoy the benefits of a healthy and productive life. And whereas this is an objective for El Paso County throughout the year during Adoption Month. Special efforts are made to bring greater awareness of the need for adoptive families, and whereas some children awaiting adoption may have special needs, and whereas caring for and raising these children has proven to be one of the most rewarding experiences for many adoptive parents, and it says for many, but I know it's for all of those adoptive parents. And whereas in observing Adoption Month, we also recognize the valuable contributions of adoptive parents who continually strive to improve the quality of life for the children they share their homes and their hearts with. And whereas we gather together as a family, community, county, state, and the nation to celebrate and honor adoptive families and to participate in finding permanent and living families for all waiting children. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the El Paso County Judge and Commissioners Court that November 2017 be recognized as National Adoption Month. Signed this 13th day of November by 2017 by the honorable members of Commissioners Court.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Good morning. The mic is yours.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. First of all, thank you for approving this resolution, which is very important, not just the department, but for many families, children in this community. So I thank you, and I thank Commissioner Leon for your support throughout the year, throughout National Child Abuse Prevention Month, as well as this month. And thank you again. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Sonia Avila, and I'm Community Engagement Specialist with the Department of Protective Services, Child Protective Services. Thank you so much.
And you have somebody else that would like to speak?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Pitcher, and I also work with the Department of Family and Protective Services. In El Paso, we have over 112 kids needing adoption. 41 of those have not been matched to a family. So we know that there is a great need. In Texas, there's over 3,900 kids awaiting adoption, many of those with special needs and teens. And so we ask families to open up their hearts and homes to these children. But we would also like to thank you all for your support and continuous generosity throughout the years. I've been with the department for over 25 years, and so this is a cause near and dear to my heart. Thank you all for your support.
Thank you for being here. A round of applause, please. And I'd forgotten your yes, until you said your last name. Well, thank you for being here. It's been a while since I was over at your center, but thank you.
I don't know whose pen it was.
Item 4C, approve and adopt a resolution designating November 2017 as Hidden Heroes Month in El Paso County, Texas.
Good morning, Judge and fellow commissioners. I have the honor of reading this resolution. It was brought to us this year as well as last year by Nelida Lewis, who unfortunately is unable to join us this morning, but we have a surrogate here to accept it in her place, Mr. Mond. So I'll go ahead and read it. Whereas there are more than 5.5 million caregivers throughout the United States caring for current and former military service members, with about 20% of those caregivers supporting veterans since September 2001. And whereas the vast majority of veteran caregivers are women, 70% of whom are the spouse or partner of a veteran for whom they care, and whereas a caregiver is a family member, friend, or acquaintance who assists or manages the care of a current or former military service member with a disabling physical or mental injury or illness, and whereas estimates show that since September 11, 2001, veteran caregivers are more likely to be employed but less likely to have networks of support, and veteran caregivers are 3 times more likely to spend 40 hours a week caring for the veteran as opposed to other caregivers, often to the detriment of the caregiver's employment and economic security. And whereas, according to the Elizabeth Dole Foundation for Hidden Heroes, military caregivers also face several challenges in their day-to-day lives as they continue to care for their loved ones. And whereas, despite all odds, 94% of veteran caregivers reported the care they provide as a labor of love and who are proud to serve their veteran and their country. And whereas veteran caregivers are among the unsung heroes in communities like ours, providing compassionate, holistic, and invaluable care to those best among us who heeded the call of service of this great nation of ours. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the El Paso County Judge and Commissioners Court that the month of November 2017 be recognized as Military Veteran Caregiver Month, also known as Hidden Heroes Month. Signed this 13th day of November 2017 by the Honorable Commissioners Court.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Ms. Lewis called me this morning, and the first words to me were, "Don't blow it." So I'm going to make it short and sweet. The caregivers are very important to us. They quit their jobs, their careers, and everything to stay home and take care of their veteran when the veteran really needs them the most. And I thank Commissioner Starr for taking the time to recognize Ms. Lewis and her efforts, and of all the caregivers, and the support of the Commissioners Court, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Item 4D, we will consider in a little while. Item 4E, approve and adopt a resolution recognizing Dr. Soner Taram and Harmony Public Schools.
Very honored to have the opportunity to read this resolution. I've had the privilege of speaking at Harmony Public Schools a couple times, and every time I go, it's just a very impressive organization. So read this resolution, then we'll vote. Whereas Harmony Public Schools first opened its doors in Houston, Texas in the year 2000 to provide rigorous, high-quality education focused on science, technology, engineering, and math. And whereas Harmony Schools has grown to a total of 54 schools, educating more than 35,000 students this year across the state of Texas. Whereas Harmony Public Schools first opened its doors in El Paso in 2006 and has now opened 3 campuses in El Paso, a K through 5 and 6 through 12 in Northeast El Paso, and another 6 through 12 on the east side, which currently educate around 3,000 students and employ numerous faculty and staff. Whereas Dr. Soner Taram is a founding member and CEO of Harmony Public Schools and has been an educational advocate for more than 30 years and has taught courses at high school, college, and grad school level. And whereas Dr. Taram holds a PhD from Texas A&M University and is a trained biologist and ecologist. Dr. Taram has also spearheaded scientific symposiums and international science Olympiads such as ISWEEP, the International Sustainable World Energy, Engineering, and Environmental Project, which is the largest science fair event of its kind. And whereas Dr. Taram has recently honored by the Texas Charter Schools Association with the Leader of the Year Award. This award recognizes charter school leaders that advocate for charter schools at the state and national level, have successfully replicated high-performing charter schools that are innovative in their approach to educating all students, and serve as a mentor to other charter school leaders. Now therefore be it resolved by the El Paso County Judge and Commissioners Court that we recognize Dr. Soner Taram for all his work and service to help Harmony Public Schools become a better institution of learning in El Paso and throughout the state of Texas. Signed this 13th day of November 2017, the Honorable Commissioners Court.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Judge,
morning.
Commissioners. Thank you for this recognition. Specifically, thank you, Commissioner Haggerty, for inviting us here. We have been serving children of El Paso and children and families since 2006. We have nearly 2,500 students in kindergarten through 12th grade with the 0% dropout rate, 100% college acceptance. We are proud to be part of this community. We're going to continue to do our best to serve our children in El Paso. I want to thank you for this recognition for the Harmony Public Schools. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Round of applause.
Item 4F, approve and adopt a resolution declaring Wednesday, November 15th, 2017 as El Paso Giving Day in El Paso County, Texas.
Good morning. It's hard to miss the folks in their red shirts today. It's my pleasure to read this resolution this morning. Whereas on November 15th, 2017, El Pasoans are invited to come together for the second citywide 24-hour day of giving known as El Paso Giving Day. And whereas El Paso Giving Day is here to ignite the spirit of giving in our generous city by attracting new and younger donors and increasing the capacity of our city's nonprofits to engage donors through social media. And whereas the El Paso community is encouraged to visit elpasogivingday.org on November 15th, 2017 and make a donation to one or more of the 160 nonprofit organizations in our community signed up to participate this year. And whereas El Paso Giving Day is led by a consortium of leaders and managed by the Paso del Norte Charitable Foundation in partnership with Barracuda PR, Carambola Community Music, Centers Against Sexual and Family Violence, Destination El Paso Center for Children, El Paso Electric, Greater El Paso Chamber of Commerce, Guerra Investment Advisors, KCOS TV, Kemp Smith, Kids Excel El Paso, Progress 321, the Rio Grande Cancer Foundation, Hospitals of Providence, United Way of El Paso County, and Westar Bank. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the El Paso County Judge and Commissioners Court do hereby declare Wednesday, November 15th, 2017 as El Paso Giving Day, signed this 13th day of November 2017 by the Honorable El Paso County Commissioners Court.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
I have to give that day, it's my anniversary, so aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. My name is Kimmy May. I'm the El Paso Giving Day Coordinator. Thank you so much to the County of El Paso for approving our resolution. We are very excited to be in our second year for El Paso Giving Day. Our goal this year is to raise $250,000 in 24 hours for more than 165 nonprofits. I have with me some representatives of our community partners, Vanessa from the United Way and Carmen and Eddie from El Paso Electric. This is just a small sampling of the people that have helped make this community effort so successful. And I hope you'll join us on Wednesday in making a donation to your favorite nonprofit or nonprofits. Even $10 makes a difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I've seen all the wonderful social media efforts that you all have been putting into this, and I think it's only grown since you started it a year ago. So we're really excited to see El Paso giving back, as we always have, but now in a new way. So thank you for being here. Thank you.
Would the people behind you want to say a few words?
I have to. Good morning. Just on behalf of United Way of El Paso County and all of our partnered agencies, thank you guys so much for your leadership in our community and for your support of this day. Again, I cannot reiterate how important it is for everyone to log in elpasogivingday.org on November 15th. It's a $10 minimum donation, so please give from your heart. Thank you.
And what is your name? Pray tell.
I am Vanessa Leon, and I am the Development Director at United Way of El Paso County. Okay. And as you guys know, Mr. Carlos Leon is my father-in-law. So
I just want to make sure we identify
for the record.
Hi, Eddie Gutierrez, Vice President of Public and Government Affairs for El Paso Electric. And, it's important also for the business community to come together on this important day. And I think it's important when you see nonprofits, you see government institutions, you certainly see companies come together for this one day. And I think it's a great attitude, obviously, of our community to come together. And I think whatever we do on the 15th will go a long way for our nonprofit community. Thank you.
And if we have any nonprofits that are listening and they have not yet engaged, how would they participate in El Paso Giving Day?
Unfortunately for this year, the portal is closed, but we would so love to continue to grow this initiative. You can follow us on Facebook, or they can reach me via email. All of my contact information is available on elpasogivingday.org. But it is our goal to try and engage as many of the nonprofits in this community as possible.
Excellent.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Great question.
Round of applause.
Do flowers to my wife count? Can we make that happen?
That's
$10 minimum, all right.
I knew there would be one person in the audience that wouldn't know that was you. Oh, I need to give you guys
We need to get a nonprofit for my wife of flowers to Melissa, so we can get that giving done.
And Ms. Pietzek, I believe that we're going to wait on resolution number D.
Yes.
They should be arriving.
They're en route from Missouri.
Thank you, Judge. Item 5, public comment.
We have one individual signed up to speak, and that is Mr. Pierre-Andre Uzarga. Mr. Uzarga. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge. I have submitted some proposals to the county parallel to the First Chance program. And I'm here today to be transparent with everyone about it, only because I feel and I know, based on the 25 years I've been in the black market, based on that experience, I know that my transparency and us continuing to work together will show the rest of the state and the country that we know how to come together, that we know how to learn. I heard a saying, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. So I apply that to myself. If I would have stayed the same way, let's say, that I was 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been here today. I'm proud to announce that I just completed my 10-year anniversary, felon anniversary. As a felon, you have 10 years. Once you accomplish those 10 years, you're somewhat free. You're considered and you're accepted by society again. And so I want to continue momentum. And now on this proposal, I want to share this with everyone. I have submitted a proposal stating that we need to streamline this gray market that we're in. See, First Chance program puts us in a transitional phase, which takes us from a black market to a grayish market. And we need to get to a green market. Now, this gray market causes inconveniences, public safety issues, hazards, children's safety, family systems, things of this sort. What I was asking for from the county was that we come together and streamline all the activity, all the transactions that are going out presently today. This First Chance program tackles first-time offenders, but it doesn't really address the issue of the trafficking that's going on here in the county, the deals, the end consumers. And I feel that's important because I've shared examples that I have witnessed, that I have heard of, where robberies are going on at apartment complexes, in front of schools, commercial properties, corner stores even. And these transactions happen in the open environment of the public. And that can be dangerous. I've shared some stories where I have friends who are serving time right now, who are in jail, who were ratted on. They were basically some informants pointed their fingers at an individual, and now he's serving time. It's crazy. We need to, and I'm hoping Commissioner Leon, he's my commissioner, he has a lot of law enforcement experience. I'm hoping you all would consider working with me and taking these ideas seriously. And I'm more than willing to work with you and the county because, like I said, I have a daughter and she's out there in the public. I have a mother and a father, and they're out there as all of your relatives are. And in order for us to continue this momentum and really show the importance and the intelligence behind legalization, we need to consider these proposals that I submit. I know there's probably some seizure of marijuana, some marijuana that's been seized, and we have it stored away somewhere. We might want to consider how to move that, how to generate revenue for the county so that law enforcement is better informed, better funded. These are things that happen in a legal market. You look at any legal market across the country, taxes go to where it needs to go. Here in Texas, I think law enforcement is very, very important. I've learned that the hard way. But there's been a lot of good that has come about that. We have border security, which is a huge issue. That involves law enforcement. I see an inter-agreement between all border communities to lock ourselves together and fund ourselves so that we can better secure the border and show Washington, D.C. and the White House, as well as the state, that we know how to secure ourselves by joining forces.
Time.
I need you all to consider this. I've proposed some terms, and I'm asking that you all reach out to me, Judge. I believe, based on my experience, that we are within guidelines. But if I'm not, I would like to hear some feedback so that I can adjust what I might need to adjust. Because again, I would hate for someone to get murdered during a marijuana transaction. I would hate for a burglary to go really wrong. So before I go, I just want to say, let's consider this. And I do thank you all for your ears. It means a lot, and we'll see you all next week. Commissioner, please. Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
Yes, sir, you too.
Commissioners Court, item 6. Discuss and take appropriate action regarding holding Commissioners Court meetings during the 2017-2018 holiday season.
Commissioners, this is an item that we place on every agenda leading up to the holiday season. We have a Monday meeting today, obviously, and we have another on Thursday. And so I wanted to bring to the court's attention whether or not they wanted to have a meeting on the 20th, which is the week of Thanksgiving. That is a Monday. I have spoken to Betsy and to Mr. Dion to see if that would present any hardships if the court had any desire to not have a Monday meeting on the 20th. Betsy, did you have any comments you'd like to make on that, or?
No, sir. We'll work with whatever the court would like. However, the department heads are having that report through my office are having a planning meeting this Wednesday. So if the court decides not to have a meeting, it gives us an extra day, or it gives us, that would be a day that we would not really have available to do our agenda items, but we'll make whatever the court wants to work.
And since the week of the 20th is a short week, we're closed on the 23rd and the 24th, we'd have to have an agenda out to the public by the 22nd. And so that gives, if we weren't to have a meeting, that could give our staff a bit more time on the 20th to prepare that agenda to get it out. But I am happy to move forward with the will of the court on that day. The other item for us to consider is whether or not we'd like to have a Thursday meeting, the third Thursday of December, which is the 21st. We'll have a meeting on the 18th. We are closed the 25th and the 1st, and then we are back on the
27th, I think, Wednesday, the 27th, Judge?
We're back on the 8th of January. But the other day would be having that meeting on the 21st of December. That's a Thursday meeting. So, any thoughts, commissioners, for that Monday and Thursday meeting?
Judge, Commissioners, I just have a question. Betsy, maybe this is more towards you. Is there anything that we need to absolutely have voted on the 20th? That by delaying it, it would damage any program?
Not that I'm aware of, Commissioner. That's why we coordinated with Mr. Dion's office to add to your Thursday meeting the paid claims. So this Thursday, we're adding the paid claims item to your Thursday meeting in case you all decide to not have a meeting on the 20th.
Commissioner?
But you mentioned you have your departmental meeting tomorrow, so it's possible something could come up.
We have a department head meeting on Wednesday for our planning. This is our planning meeting. So what my point was is if you didn't meet on the 20th, it would give them, well, a couple things. One, everything that's to be on the agenda should be done by tomorrow because we'll be in that planning session on Wednesday. And then if you all don't meet on the 20th, that's going to be a very short week for us to turn around agenda items because the agenda team has to have it posted by Wednesday of the Thanksgiving week. And so if you're not meeting on the 20th, it gives departments time that they're not in here, that they're preparing their agenda items and getting them done early for the 27th. But we can work with whatever you all decide.
Commissioners, any other thoughts on both days? We've got the 20th, which is next Monday, and the 21st of December, which is the Thursday before the 25th, Christmas, the holiday break.
Everyone has to be here on Monday, so I don't see a reason not to have a Commissioners Court meeting on Monday personally, but I'll go with the will of the court. I mean, it doesn't make sense considering we're going to have 2 out of 4 weeks canceled in December. It just doesn't seem to make much sense to. No, we have, I'm sorry, the 25th and 25th and 1st, so.
It's just 1 week, the 25th.
Yeah. But I don't see a reason not to do it personally, but.
And we can take both items separately just to have that on the record. So, Commissioner, did you have any comments on this?
I could go either way. I mean, having the 20th would be easier for our staff, right? Is that what I'm hearing? It would be easier for me because I have a child who's going to be out of school, and I would either have to bring him to work with me or find daycare for him. But I mean, I can do that easily. But
okay,
whatever you all feel is best. I mean, if it's easier for our staff to prepare for the following meeting, then I mean, I'm not averse to taking it off the agenda.
My thoughts are, I'm 50-50, but I'm weighing more towards skipping the 20th because it will help our staff in getting prepared for the following week. So that's where I'm leaning towards not having it.
Okay. So I would move that the Commissioners Court not have a meeting on Monday, November 20th. There's a second.
Second?
Is that okay? Perfect. Okay.
Do we vote on it?
Yes, that's a proper motion. You can take that up as the November meeting date, or you can also, if you want to move on to the discussion on the December dates, you can kind of lump them all in the same way. If you want to take them separately, it's up to you.
I think let's go ahead and take them separately.
So it would be a motion to cancel the Monday, November 20th regular Commissioners Court meeting, is what I'm hearing.
Mr. Dion, we were able to get the paid claims item on for Thursday, correct? I just want to make sure.
Yes, my staff is working with the county judge's office, and we'll work around your schedule.
Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Hagerty?
Nay.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And the second date was the third Thursday of December, the 21st. That is right before we break for the holiday. Any comments on that date?
Can we move that date? Are you planning on possibly moving it to the following Thursday, or the possibility of moving that Thursday meeting to the Wednesday, the 20th?
Well, we'll have a meeting on the 18th, so we'll have one that week already. I'm not sure if...
If we move it to the 28th, all my staff's going to be off that week because it's the Christmas week. So, I mean, I don't know if we would want to move it to the 28th. If we want to move it, maybe to the 14th. But if we want to have a Thursday meeting during the month of December, that's what I would suggest.
I mean, I'm happy to keep the 21st. I don't see why we would need to.
Judge, if I may, so I keep a running list of things that people have told me they want to have on the special meeting for the upcoming months. So far, the only item that I'm aware of that we were talking about for the December meeting, Wally, I think we have TCDRS on,
TCDRS is for this Thursday. I was going to have an update on homestead exemptions.
Homestead exemption
There's no
is-
time constraints on that. I can roll that into January.
Okay, the homestead exemption discussion so far is the only item I have on for December,
For a Thursday meeting.
for the Thursday meeting. So if you wanted to move it back a week, or you want to leave, we can do it on the 21st, but whatever's the pleasure of the court.
Everybody okay with keeping it on the 21st?
Sure.
Okay. Then I guess we take no action on that item, so we'll keep it on the
You're
Thursday.
keeping the special meeting date of December 21st?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there's no action that's needed on that.
Okay. Any other questions, commissioners, on this item? Any other holidays you would like to propose? Just kidding, Commissioner Hagerty. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Item 7, discuss and take appropriate action to authorize the placement of collection bins in the lobby of the county courthouse located on the 3rd floor to collect blankets for the Carlos Leon Second Annual Blanket Drive in partnership with the El Paso Veterans and Riders Association, which will be donated to El Paso's homeless veterans.
I think, Daryl, do you want to give a few explanations how that's going to work?
Good morning.
Did you get the picture?
I did, I saw the picture, thank you.
Am I right, or?
Too quick.
Thank you for having a sense of humor. Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay,
Did you want to
what-
speak on this item, or Commissioner, did you want to?
What I was hoping for is that you'd give an explanation on what that entails, how people can donate if they want.
Okay, thank you, sir. A little bit of history about this blanket drive. Commissioner Leon is a commissioner of my precinct, and I've worked very closely with him, and we've discussed numerous things, a lot about veterans issues. And Ms. Briones does the food drive. But we were approached by several veterans and everything, and realized that there's also need for blankets and gloves and other items that they may need. So this drive, basically what it's going to do is it's going to collect the blankets, it's going to collect jackets. We've already got people, because of your support, Commissioner, that are standing by ready to donate the items. And it's to help the veterans that are homeless or in need. But I have to be honest with you, this is growing. And as we went out last year and presented blankets one night and gloves and jackets, we found other homeless people. And I gave to them. I'm not going to turn someone away because they didn't serve our country. I mean, they're in need, and I'm not going to give them. I can't do that. I'm sorry. So, although this for veterans, we did approve it. We did talk with Commissioner, and it reaches out to the entire community.
And there will be some bins placed on the county courthouse starting what date?
We left the first one in your office, and I'm sorry, Home Depot, who is one of our biggest supporters, they haven't got in the wrapping paper that we use. So we're going to pick it up probably this week, but we're going to probably go somewhere else and get some temporarily. But the first bin is at your office, and we'll probably put one down with Ms. Briones in her office, and wherever y'all would like us to place them and everything. I do want to say one thing, gentlemen. I know that you all care about us. I really do, as veterans and everything. And we'll work with you all. It's not just, he's my commissioner, because y'all do care. And Judge, you and me had a little discussion the other day, and you're genuine. I appreciate that. I really do. If y'all want to support this, let us know how y'all want to support. We'll reach out and work with you all on it. It's not just, it's the whole county chipping in. And yes, Commissioner Leon did spearhead it. It was his idea, I'll be honest with you. And however y'all want to help, let me know. The EPVRA is a 501c3. We are a registered nonprofit. So we're pretty legit on all that.
So the collection bins will be on the first floor starting sometime probably this week.
probably this week. Yours is already in your office, sir, which I talked with Josie, and she said she'll move it to the hallway or wherever she needs to put it. And then I know last year you had to run out with me and pick up blankets and all that, and it got kind of hectic for a while. So we need to be better organized on that one, sir.
Okay, thank you. And Christina, do we need to vote on that?
Yes, because as it's written right now, the agenda item is asking for the placement of the collection bins in the lobby, and because this is in regards to placement of an item, even if it's from an outside nonprofit organization, we have to specify where the Commissioners Court would like to have it placed. So if it's also then going to be on the first floor, in addition, I guess, to your office and to the lobby, I would just change the agenda language to say to authorize the placement of collection bins at various locations in the El Paso County Courthouse.
I make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Darrell.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
County and District Clerk, item 8, discuss and take appropriate action to authorize the placement of collection bins in the county courthouse located on various locations to collect canned goods for the 4th annual Veterans Food Drive in partnership with Delio Briones and the El Paso Veterans and Riders Association, which will be donated to El Paso's veterans, their families, and the community.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. I come to you once again because we have done this in the past. Last year, we had bins on every floor. This year, we'd like to put one on the 3rd floor. The 1st floor, we have some in my office, and there's a couple of bins in the DA's office. So there's various floors, but we come to you for permission in order to do this canned good drive once again.
Move to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much for your support in the past and today. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Can we do a photo with the court and holding the signs? And is that it? Is that allowed?
Sure.
Kind of like a
That's
group
fine.
thing?
There's no legal prohibition against that if the court wishes.
I mean, we'd be honored, or I'd be honored. You look spiffy today, Commissioner Haggerty.
Sorry?
You look great today.
Do I look different than I normally do?
That's what I said.
No, because I always button your jacket. You actually taught me that when we were at a function one day. I don't know if you remember that, so.
It is. I actually do this. I'm not trimming the beard on November. I'm just getting very woolly.
You good over there? Okay.
Oops.
All righty, 1, 2, 3. One more. Awesome.
Thank you all, Mike. I have an anti-aging filter on mine, so we all avoid the hunger, so, or I do at least.
Health and Social Services, item number 9. Lisa Wise, Elections Administrator, has requested a 2-week postponement of this item. The item reads, approve and authorize the county judge to sign the master software license, hardware, and services agreement between El Paso County and Hart InterCivic. The term of this contract is from November 13, 2017 to November 13, 2018. Contract number 2017-0735. Funds in the amount of $502,275 will be utilized from account SR Elec SVC OPS Equipment. Could we have a motion to postpone this item for 2 weeks, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge Vogt?
Aye.
Motion carries. Public Works, item 10. Approve and authorize the county judge to sign the memorandum of First Amendment to the land lease agreement between the County of El Paso and Crown Atlantic Company to extend the terms through 2042 and allow CAC the opportunity to sublease to third parties within the leased premises. Additionally, approve the allocation of the new funds to a Scarcity Park budget to supplement funds for small equipment and events. Contract number 2017-0699.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Norma Palacios, Public Works Department. The county currently leases approximately 2,400 square feet to Crown Castle. This site is located within the Escarate Park, and it is used for wireless communication. Today, we are requesting the court's authorization to extend the lease and authorize Crown Castle the opportunity to sublease the site. We're also requesting the court's approval of the allocation of the new funds to be allocated to Escarate budget to be used for small equipment and events hosted by the county. We are recommending approval of this, and I'll be glad to answer any questions the court might have.
Do we know how many subleases they're looking to issue?
Not at this point.
Okay, but they've done this before.
Not
No.
subleased, no.
Okay.
This will be the first time.
Most antennas have, I think, up to, I want to say, about 18. There's room for, I think, about up to 18 additional, or total of 18 antennas on them. So they could, but I've been watching antennas lately as this has come up, and I usually don't see more than maybe 6 on an antenna. But the one that currently, they have a sublease request, I want to say I believe it's from T-Mobile.
Yes.
And when we discussed this item with the court previously, the court requested that we look into seeing if there was any possibility of revenue sharing from those subleases. And when we went back, spoke with Crown Atlantic, they were willing to give us a revenue share percentage. So we will get a percentage of every additional sublease that does come forward.
Commissioners, any questions? Commissioner?
How is the amount of, I guess, for the sublease of, let me see here, was the 20,000 or the amount that would be for the sublease? I guess how was that number derived? Is that or the 15%? Is that an industry? The 15%, was that an industry standard, or is that?
So a couple things on this. I went out when this initially came up. I went and researched what other communities were getting in their contracts, and I will tell you, actually, the revenue sharing is not common. I found that every municipality or government that I looked at, I could not find common. It was like a flat lease. There wasn't generally the revenue sharing. We originally started off talking, when we originally talked to the court, we talked about 5 to 10%. And so we didn't give that amount to Crown Atlantic. We asked them if they would entertain a revenue sharing proposal. And they proposed back to us at 15%, which was greater than the amount that we had discussed with the court previously. So that's because they were very anxious to get moving, because their T-Mobile is waiting for them to start this sublease, and they didn't want T-Mobile to go somewhere else. So they offered us the 15%, and then they offered us the expedited fee. And so I could not find a common industry rate.
Thank you.
Just a question. Norma, is this property there at the corner of Fonseca by the park?
Yes, sir.
And who maintains the grounds there? Do we maintain
They
the
do
ground?
their own maintenance within their facility. They have fenced the area, and they take care of it.
What I'm talking about is all the weeds that grow, they take care of all that?
Everything within their facility, outside of their fenced area, the county takes care of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Hagerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries. We can go back to item 4D, resolution, approve and adopt a resolution declaring Monday, November 13th, 2017 as El Paso Rhinos Day in El Paso County, Texas.
Yes, hello. There was the Rhinos were late coming back from Missouri, where they won 3 more games on top of what they did this weekend. So apparently they got to go home and shower instead of having to come straight here. So the coach was kind. Whereas the El Paso Rhinos on November 3rd, 2017 have accomplished the daunting task of winning 500 games with an overall record of 500 wins and 99 losses in 11 seasons playing in El Paso County Coliseum. And whereas the El Paso Rhinos were founded in 2006 by former retired El Paso Buzzards hockey player Corey Herman, and whereas Coach Herman and the Rhinos have won 1 national championship, 2 Thorn Cup championships, and 9 conference championships in 11 seasons. And whereas the El Paso Rhinos have numerous community outreach programs throughout the county, which include Science on Ice, where schools come to the Rhinos Arena and learn the science behind operating and maintaining an ice rink. Skate Mates, where Rhino players visit schools helping teachers. The Rhinos players also volunteer for the El Paso Youth Hockey Program, the Play Hockey for Free program, the YMCA Hockey Program, and the Hockey at a Fun Place to help children learn to appreciate and play hockey. And whereas in 2008, the El Paso Rhinos adopted Tatenda, an orphan male black rhino, as a mascot for the team to help preserve the rhino species. And whereas the El Paso Rhinos will also be hosting numerous charity weekends this year for different causes to include Military Appreciation Weekend, Rio Grande Cancer Foundation Weekend, Shriners Weekend, and the United Blood Services Weekend. Now therefore be it resolved that the El Paso County Judge and Commissioners Court do hereby recognize November 13, 2017 as El Paso Rhinos Day. Signed this 13th day of November 2017, signed by this Honorable Commissioners Court.
Second.
Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Hagerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
County Judge and County Commissioners, thank you very much for having us here today. I apologize the players aren't here, but we just got back from a 18-hour or 16-hour bus trip, so they had to go back home. But thank you very much for having us and for this, honor. Thank you.
And this year they have not lost a game so far this season. So
Congratulations.
very impressive.
And I have a friend of mine that hosts the players while they're here. They live with him, I guess, during their time, and he's done it for about 3 years. And he says they're always fantastic. I mean, no issues. Great guys.
Yeah, I wish they could have came because we have players from all over the world, like Russia, Sweden, Slovakia, Czech. So they're from all over the world now. So I wish you guys could have met them today, but they just had to go home. So.
We'll have them win the championship and have them come back out.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
All right, no, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Purchasing item 11, corrected award of request for proposals number 17016, 5-year strategic information technology IT master plan for the County of El Paso to SDI Presence LLC, SDI, Chicago, Illinois. Funds are available in account GFITD CONTR SVC Gen. Purchasing approved on November 3rd, 2017.
Good morning.
Good morning, Deborah Correjo, County Purchasing Agent. On August the 28th, you'll remember that we came before you and you authorized award of the 5-year strategic master plan, which was 17016, to Next Level Information Technology. At that time, the cost that was approved was $169,400. We neglected to put in the travel costs to get them on site. That was my oversight. When we went back to the table, the original cost was $24,000. We negotiated it down to $15,000. The first part of this corrected award is that we're requesting the addition of the $15,000 so that the company can come on site and help IT if necessary. And that will increase the total award cost to $184,400. The second part of this was kind of a stroke of luck on our part. While we were negotiating the price addition, we received word and an assumption letter that the company Next Level Technology had been acquired by SDI Presence. The assumption letter guarantees that Next Level Technology will be the person who comes in and works with us. They are becoming a division of SDI. But the award needs to be changed, and the contract that will be made with SDI, and you have the assumption letter in front of you as verification. So we are requesting the total contract cost to increase by $15,000 and the award correction to SDI Presence.
Questions, Commissioners?
The additional $15,000, where's that coming from? Is it in the budget?
Wally Hargrove, Office of Budget and Fiscal Policy. Yes, I've talked to Mr. Stathis and his staff, and it's available within their contract services.
Move to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Perez.
Aye.
Commissioner Leon.
Aye.
Commissioner Stout.
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty.
Aye.
Judge Vogt.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 12, award of RFP number 17-039, consultation services for health and dental benefits to Hub International Insurance Services, El Paso, Texas, for a 3-year contract with the option to extend 2 additional 1-year terms. The necessary contract documents will be submitted to Commissioners Court at a later date for consideration and action. Funds are available in GAdmin, Res Risk Planning, CRP REM. Purchasing approved on November 6, 2017.
Good morning.
Deborah Correjo, County Purchasing Agent. We are requesting award of this to Hub International Services, who is our current consultant. We received 3 solid proposals, and it was a pretty extensive evaluation. This is a critical award because this is the consultant that will help us get through the RFP for health and dental benefits for employees, which is coming up in the next year. And we're requesting approval to go into this. The wonderful thing about this proposal is they had a not-to-exceed cost. No one else offered that.
The only question I've got, 3 out of 51, is that a good ratio or a bad ratio? Is there a reason why the other 48 didn't respond?
I suspect we're running into some of the same problems where we've still got cleanup on the vendor database to do. I would imagine that probably a quarter of the 51 notified had nothing to do with this industry. And it is part of our plan in 2018 to begin cleanup on the vendor database. Not exactly disappointing, though, because there are other people searching for this kind of consultant. And it's not like companies can do multiple cities at the same time. So we may have simply hit a saturation point. I can't verify that, but I suspect my first answer is probably more appropriate.
Fair enough. Move to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Perez.
Aye.
Commissioner Leon.
Aye.
Commissioner Stout.
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty.
Aye.
Judge Vogt.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 13, Budget and Finance. Approve Amendment number 5 to the County of El Paso's 2017-2018 operating budget. This budgetary amendment will increase grants by $119,966, increase capital by $4,920,000, increase debt service by $357,886, and increase special revenue by $75,000, thus increasing the overall budget of $418,583,985.68 to $424,056,837.68.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Wally Hargrove from the Office of Budget and Fiscal Policy. One amendment for capital projects, setting up the budget for our SIB loan proceeds. We received those last Tuesday in the amount of $4,920,000. Those are our local match funds that will be paid out within the 15-day requirement. One amendment for Debt service, that is also for the annual payment of our SIB loan. We have a transfer coming in from the general fund as approved in the budget, setting up the principal and interest payments for the first year payment of that loan in FY17. General fund has two amendments, one transferring $3,800 out of county administration contract services over to information technology for maintenance software. We've tried to the best of our ability to consolidate all software maintenance agreements. This is to continue that consolidation. It will be budgeted there in the following year in FY19. One other amendment within general fund, transferring $14,500 out of our contingencies, maintenance, and operation for the setup of the operating expenses and operating equipment for our CJC First Chance program, as approved by commissioners last week on item 10. Within grants, setting up the West Texas HIDA Intelligence 2017 federal grant, $13,999. That's for maintenance software and professional services. Setting up the West Texas HIDA Prosecution Initiative 2017 grant, also for $13,999. That's for salary and fringe benefits, a small amount for rentals and leases of $2,500 and miscellaneous office supplies of $2,500. Also setting up the 384th Adult Drug Court Program 2017, increasing that budget by $1,968 for the program participant fees. That will be combined with amendments being made out of our supplies, miscellaneous, and non-capital equipment for a total of $2,858. Setting up the budget for the TJJD Regional Division Adult Programming State Grant, $90,000. That's for non-secure placements in the amount of $40,000 and secure placements in the amount of $50,000. And lastly, we have one amendment within special revenues, and that is setting up the First Chance program through CJC, setting up the program income for that in the amount of $75,000, and a transfer out up to $75,000 for reimbursements to the general fund for our first-time offender program. That's the end of the amendments. Would ask for your favorable consideration.
Second.
I have a quick question. Commissioner Leon has a quick question.
Wally, on the First Chance, I think it was an additional $75,000. Had we budgeted those funds for that program?
That is setting up the budget. Those are going to be fees collected through the participants in the First Chance program. That will be a transfer out of that special revenue fund. Those funds have to be special revenue as designated by the statutes. The budget we have set up, we did set up the salary and fringe benefit for the employee who will run the First Chance program. This is to set up the remainder of the operating expenses, most of which are one-time expenses in the first year only. So this will be a reimbursement to the general fund.
Okay, thank you.
Up to a maximum of $75,000.
I believe Commissioner Haggerty made the motion to approve. And Commissioner Pettis made the second. Okay. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge Vogt? Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Commissioners, Court will now recess into executive session to discuss items 14A through 14D pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071 and 551.072. Commissioners, Court will reconvene to take official action.
In observance of the Thanksgiving Day holidays, all county offices will be closed on Thursday, November the 23rd, and Friday, November the 24th. All offices will reopen on Monday, November the 27th.
Commissioner Andrew Haggerty would like to invite you to his weekly breakfast meeting that takes place every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. at Danny's Diner, located at 4690 Trans Mountain Road. Every week he has a different speaker who will be discussing topics of interest for the community. So if you live in the Northeast, West Side, or anywhere else in the county, come and join us for the breakfast meeting.
You can now watch Commissioners Court meetings on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and search for El Paso County Commissioners or El Paso County, Texas. Subscribe to our channels to see our latest videos.
Don't wait in line, pay online. Visit the Financial Recovery Division website at http://www.epcounty.com/budget/financialrecovery.htm to make your payments online or find out more about our kiosk locations. We now accept payments on misdemeanor, felony, and justice of the peace cases. Did you know the County of El Paso's Purchasing Department is responsible for ensuring that all items and services needed by various county departments are purchased in the manner required by the state of Texas? Whether through formal sealed bids or smaller dollar quotations, the county purchasing team is dedicated to finding the best contracting return on your taxpayer dollars. Additionally, the purchasing department is responsible for the tracking of inventory within the county and properly disposing surplus to public auctions. For questions about how to become a vendor and compete for county contracts, or to learn more about public auctions, please contact us at telephone number 915-546-2048.
Did you know that you can save money on the cost of your medications? And doing so is easy. In 2015, the County of El Paso launched a prescription discount card program from coast to coast. The cards are available to all El Paso County residents free of charge and everyone qualifies. You can pick up a card at any county office location, Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, or Target pharmacies, or simply print the card at www.coastrx.com. Happy savings!
The 346th District Court Judge Angie Juarez Barrid started the El Paso Veterans Treatment Court program in 2012 for veterans and active service members that have been arrested and charged with a felony or misdemeanor criminal offense. To be considered for the specialty court, the statutory criteria includes be a veteran or current member of the United States Armed Forces, including a member of the Reserves, National Guard, or State Guard, and suffer from a brain injury, mental illness, or mental disorder, including PTSD, or be a victim of military sexual trauma, all occurring or resulting from military service. Call Sylvia Serna, Veterans Program Director, at 915-546-2119, or email her at sserna@epcounty.com for any information.
Did you know that the County of El Paso's fixed asset control and inventory disposal is handled through the purchasing department? Throughout the course of each business year, the county holds live public auctions to dispose of aged equipment, vehicles, furniture, and other items that are no longer needed. To find out about upcoming auctions or to learn more about the county's inventory disposal process, contact the purchasing department at telephone number 915-546-2048.
Thank you. Commissioners Court has reconvened into regular open session at 11:08 a.m. May we please have a motion to postpone for 2 weeks, item 14C. That's an executive session item.
So move.
Second.
Thank you. Was that Commissioner Pettis?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Commissioner Pettis?
Aye.
Commissioner Leone?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Hegarty?
Aye.
Judge Vogt?
Aye.
Motion carries. That completes today's agenda.
Thank you so
The
much.
meeting is adjourned at 11:09 a.m.